Alright, looks like we're live. Got to get actually on the YouTube channel. Oh man, I'll get my gloves on. Wish there was a way on Streamlabs to actually just set up the monetization on there. Be like, hey. Without having to go through the extra steps. Takes a year to register. Yep. So it doesn't eat my bandwidth. Hey, Ryan. Alright. Gloves have been applied. Gonna continue like we did from the other day. Working on little Mr. Korean Kaiju here. Or Little Miss. I don't know. I haven't actually seen the movie, so I have no frame of reference for this thing's gender. But I want to work on this a little bit more today, and then possibly, I'm not sure if I'll do it on stream, but I gotta work on painting up some of these other little Zillas hanging out. I got a buddy that wants saw the Master one and kind of wants one too. So I was like, all right, yeah, I don't mind. So got that one going. But today I was kind of thinking of working on the back here. So I'm just going to kind of more or less try to keep the detailing that the body already has, but just kind of spreading it. So there's sections here. Also, I got to trim a little bit around here. I'm probably just going to break off a little bit of it because I want it to still be able to pose normally. You gotta be a little careful with this guy. You kind of got to move him around at the shoulder area. But I want to be able to do that. And not have the clay get in the way right here. Because it's not the easiest thing to move this guy around anymore. But I'll probably should at least add a little bit of clay around here just to hide these things. And then we're just going to lift up the back and move out from there. It's kind of the gist of today. Wrap this and then maybe do the tip of the tail. Which I probably should look back up. Over here. How's everybody else doing today? You doing good, Ryan? Here's at some point the tail. I'm going to have to shave these off and do the same kind of layering too. Because he only has the one spiky bit row going along here. We'll have to snip, and then kind of same thing. Do some random layering. The new one looks cool. I didn't grab it because I have the older ones. So not much of a reason for me to really have to pick it up, but it's cool. I like it. I dig it. Also, just like the last stream, if you hear random things going on in the background, it's the printer. Yeah, because I know it's late for your bedtime. Trying to get this thing out of the cup. There isn't a lot left in here, so it's kind of just scooping out bits. Need a decent chunk today. Actually, just got a message that my giant Ryuko came in. At least an hour. So I'll probably work on stuff till noonish today. I think I still got to go out, and then Jessica's got to sleep tonight for work. But I want to try to get some more progress done on this, and I also got to do at least a little bit of painting today. Does it feel like I got way more partner left than I do the actual stuffed art? Yeah, it's like I said, like design wise, it looks cool. But it was one of those figures like didn't really have much of a need for it, so I didn't grab it. Like I still got an extra Mega Eurus I gotta get rid of at some point. Let's check the sizes, because I think after this session I gotta crack into the new putty. Like I said, it's kind of weird, because for the most part I do pretty even, but I still have like that much left in here, which would probably get me through like another session or two. While this one, I'm just kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'll probably keep the harder around just in case if I need it, but thankfully I don't have too much more sculpting to do. I got a little bit here and there for cleaning up parts, but well, plus if you're not able to get it, Calculus, like, actually shipping to Australia, I gotta think. Does you think Big Bad ships to Australia? I think Entertainment too. I do believe that they got some of those in stock. Looks about right. For me, kind of unnecessary for that new Monster Art Shin. Honestly, since they kind of reissued the original, I would have just liked to have seen an Awaken get a reissue. Over just like another color variant. Like I know they have that version of the movie coming out, which is why they did it, but it's just like the least unexciting thing. And honestly, even doing like a gray scale Shin Godzilla movie, just I don't know. The tone of the movie and the era that it's in doesn't really make a whole heck of a lot of sense. Like for me, I see zero reason to pick it up. Unless you just are really in need of a Shin Godzilla. Hey, Goji Animations. Oh, sweet. You got your 60 around here 2014 done. Looks pretty well mixed. There it is. Trying to work on stuff while Jessica can watch the babies. Okay. So this is going to be the fun part because I still I already messed this up. I got to start down here. I gotta do the same kind of layering we were doing yesterday. What? Also gotta worry because I don't want this too thick. Same kind of layering yesterday, but I gotta go along the back. Oh yeah, see, I just got done eating not too long ago. I made some breakfast burritos. In case he had like the extras from it. So she had like sausages, eggs, and potatoes. Ew, healthy stuff? I should do. Well, to be fair, my dinner's probably just gonna be honey nut Cheerios. I have to really try to. Oh, like one meal right now. I'm trying to work on being a little lighter. That was my problem originally. I was just eating way too much heavy stuff. Look, it's gonna kind of look like a Mora right off the get go. Ooh, pancakes. That was something that was tempting to do. I wanted it yesterday, but then I realized I ran out of mix because I make pancakes, little like silver dollars for Casey. Okay, and this bit here, I gotta keep kind of squished, and then working with the original body detailing. Yeah, it's kind of like at work. I've been eating like granola and stuff in between some things. Can't say I'm like super successful at it, but I've been trying. Okay, so kind of same thing. Now I did this. Add some separation, better separation. Oh yeah, bootlegs are like they're always the best thing to customize. You don't got much investment into them, and they're kind of already made, made kind of haphazardly, so you don't feel as bad about working on them. Here's the fun part. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to keep this articulation, so I kind of got to pack this down, especially around here. Oh, for your YouTube channel? Oh, I need some bigger balls. Giggity. Feel scammed. But why? Yeah, it's getting a black and white movie. We were just talking about the figure that got announced to tie in with it. Honestly, for me, it's not the most exciting thing because I don't know why a black and white Shin Godzilla movie sounds exciting, but like minus one, it kind of made sense because like the era that it's from, what have you, kind of makes sense. Right now, I'm just kind of deforming some of the bottom bits here and just pushing them up, tucking them back down, pushing them up, tucking them back down, just to kind of match the ruliness that the suit had originally. Wasn't it super clean? Like I said, since we're using the creature, might as well make use of it. Put garlic in a lot of stuff. Make it taste better. I also got some like random seasonings hanging around. No, it's got its own movie. It's like the Korean Godzilla movie. That kind of got blended into the body. One thing I wanted to test is to kind of match the texturing. I still have the hands hanging out. I was wondering how well that's going to match if I just did this. The answer is pretty darn good. Yeah, they're good nap artists. Oh, my favorite? It's still MacGyver. So, to be fair, it's also like one of the only ones I still own. Hey, Andrew. That's everybody's here. Oh, where's the. Yeah. That sounds cool. If the jaw's real loose, if you could pop the jaw out, you can add some super glue to the ball joint, let it dry, and then pop the jaw back in. It should tighten it up for you. Right? Don't usually complain about like videos, but it would be nice if you guys do. Help support the channel. If you're not subscribed already, also would greatly appreciate it. Like I said with these sculpting streams before, but if it feels like I'm ignoring you, it's probably because I am. Only because I got a limited time to work on this stuff, so because of the whole curing process. Oh, a hinge? Yeah, I'm trying to remember what monster has a hinge on it. You can use floor polish, like pledge floor polish. That'll work out pretty well for you. Right now, I'm just kind of using the hand to squish down some of the parts here to deform it a little bit more. Like I said, I want it to kind of have an uneven texture to match the suits, but there'd still be a bit of a separation, a noticeable separation. That looks pretty solid. I make some indents for the spiky bits because I'll come back through and do those later. Like that. I think I still got some water hanging out around here. I do. Try and get whatever access what he's hanging on here. Wherever that hand went. Yeah, we'll be reviewing it. I'm actually in the process of printing something for the photos to go along with it. So once that's done, I will be getting that video put together. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. So now the tail's got some separation here. Oops, sorry. Kind of matches. I think the only thing really right now is my little cheats sort of working, but it's it's a bit inverted instead of outverted. Also, what I should do is make a mold of that piece and then indent that with it, but this will still work pretty well. I'm just going to kind of lift up on this a little bit, just to not quite as rounded looking. Oh, there we go. Yeah, as I say, and then to be honest, swearing also hurts monetization a bit. Depends on what your game plan is, but if you like swear super early on the video, you have to worry about editing it. No, I can't say I am going to the Comic-Con. I say unless somebody wants to fly us out or something. I guess I could try to get this part situated. I don't even know what my really game is for this part. Once we got some putty, I might as well work on this too. I think we're talking like San Diego or like New York Comic Con. I was almost gonna go to the Motor City, but I don't think that's gonna work out. But a Comic Con is it's hard to describe. It's pretty much where like people go to like buy stuff. You dress up in like your favorite character's outfit to go show it off. Usually there's like stars, like people there to get autographs from various movies and media. What have you? Most of the bigger Comic Cons, they usually like show off new stuff for movies. I'd really like to go to a toy fair one of these times. That'd be cool. Toy fair would be a little more up my alley. And just doing the same layering I was doing earlier. I know some people say they're sad. I'm personally not sad. Because the prices they would be right now, anyways, for a Godzilla figure for them to do, you're looking at what like high-is are going to be. Like they wouldn't be 25 bucks anymore. Because that's probably one of the big reasons why they gave up on the line is because how much it was going to cost. It's kind of like Comic-Con, but just more for toys. So it's where like Playmates, Mattel, NECA, where they go to show off like the figures that are in development. This is gonna be like the hardest part, getting this tail right. Oh no, yeah, there's also that too. Are your parents gonna be okay with it? Actually, a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be because I don't want to grab here because I already sculpted this part, so it's really hard to kind of line this up right. Well, that's cool. I say I just had my birthday. Right now, I'm just trying to get the trying to match like the detailing here for the Godzilla tail. I already mucked it up a little bit because I went too far down there. That Then continue on with this part. Just kind of going with horizontal indents. And just pressing it a little harder on some points to kind of match the skin texture. Oops, sorry. Skin texture along here. And sort of use my tool here to round out the tail. Oh yeah, yeah, I got siblings. I remember. I kind of want to do it like this piece here, which means I kind of want this tool. It's quite a bit of an age gap though, because my next the middle one, he just turned 18, and then the other one is 11. For these parts here, I'm just doing it how I did yesterday and just using the pointy end of my piece just to kind of make it indents. Give it a bit more of like a rocky texture to it. We also have to worry about eBay if you got a bootleg. So if you got it for fairly cheap, because I would say like your average NECA goes for like 40, 50 bucks nowadays. If you got it for less than that, I would be a little concerned, especially if it doesn't come in the box. But I'm just saying for them to produce it nowadays, it wouldn't be at that same price point. Because shoot, when the line died, it was already at 30. And like alien figures were what? When I first started collecting, they were about 20 bucks, and now those colonial marine aliens are 40 a piece. And that's without accessories. They're at 40. Plus, we also joke a lot about Hyatt, like the reissues Hyatt's been doing a bunch, but honestly, like they make more sense than what even NECA was doing. Okay. And indent, indent, indent for the spiky bit. And there we go. I'll have a little wiggle to it, but nothing too crazy. And then I gotta pretty much slice these off and then do the same thing, just do the plating over top of the tail. The NECAs weren't, especially older NECAs, like the farther back you go, the less and less pulsable they are. Or at least like how the pulsability works. Like I love the 2014 figure, but it's compared to the 89, it's like night and day. Oh no, so Arnez and I aren't related. Arnez is from a different country. Okay, so I think we're calling it good on this because I can't really work on any more of the tail without possibly fudging up the detailing I already did. I still gotta do the legs too. So he's pretty much all set. Just gonna stick him there for a minute. We're gonna go gear on here before this stuff hardens too much. And keep attempting to make some progress on this guy. As it will be. Like I said, we're trying to keep him like lean and mean. The only concern I slightly have right now is him being able to hold the weight. Like, he's probably going to need a stand no matter what. But we'll see, because once I add some weight to the feet, we'll know a little bit more after that. Yeah, like 89s were, when you bought them in the store, they were 30. And then once they went out of, once they stopped making them anymore, that's when the price started creeping up. Oh, Green wrap, where did I throw you to? It's somewhere in the pile of random spawns missing things. No, this ain't Zilla. This is Euron from the other day. I already did the head indents. Now just kind of working on filling out things for the body. To be honest, what I got here is probably going to be good enough. The goal here is just to make a hollowed out cavity. Because they're I'm sort of trying to replicate a monster arts here, so you'll have a little rounded bit in here from this section. So then you'll be able to get the movement out of it. But you need the epoxy putty to have something sturdy here, so I got something I can drill a socket into. What am I selling? Oh, we're talking about neck, Orion. Well, the 24 inch goes for quite like even stateside, it's a couple $100. I know because I had to look one up for for commission purposes. How much they were going for. Same thing for the arms. I want to kind of hollow them in a little bit, but I need the epoxy here to keep it in place. The saran wrap is just in here as a pretty much filler. It's got something to press onto. Eventually, I'm hoping by the end of next week we'll have a scanner, and with this prototype, I'll be able to make an actual scan. That looks pretty good. Bit of water here just to smooth this out. There we go. Now we didn't waste any epoxy putty. So the next bit is I'll have to make a little part that sticks out just a little bit from the neck. So I can put the ball joints into it, and then that'll give it some range of motion. It's just like most things. Like over time and demand, they just start going up in price. It's mainly the Heisei stuff is really what's creeping up quite a bit. Like your GMK and 89, 2003, which isn't a Heisei, but I feel like I should bring that one up. I push up on the neck part a little bit. I was like, I have a big ball piece here. I should probably just use this. All right. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Yeah. Sticky up there so you can cure. Off with the gloves. Ow, that pulled some arm hair. That wasn't cool. Oh, not happy with that. I also got to prime these things today, too. I got a bunch of Star Wars heads that were sent in. I should not put that down there because otherwise I'll lose it. Bad, Steve. Bad. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll work on painting. I technically have two Zillas I gotta randomly paint here. I have this one, which is done in more animated. But I think we're just gonna do the one that's gonna be a little bit more work. Work on this guy. Tim, we're trying to get it close to that as possible. No, we had a thunderstorm, but it went pretty quick. Sonic Adventures 2's in the background. God, I'm trying to remember that. Okay, I need one of my little cups thingies. This will work. Gotta clean it out, but yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so gray. We need a little bit of blue and a little bit of black. Yeah, scanners are stupid expensive. Like you have to have a really good reason to want to get one. And mine is I could probably pay like for what I do, I could pay it off pretty quick. So for me, it's not super unreasonable. It's just getting that like initial investment going is the harder part. Oh, I did see that. I'll definitely have to pick it up. Going for -1. I want to watch -1 again. Little grays and blue. Add some black. I think we're a little more black. Gotta be decently dark. That looks pretty good. I was gonna say a lot of people I know haven't liked GXK. I was talking to a buddy on Xbox yesterday. But I know you gotta get back on Fallout because we had a problem doing the daily. An extra person would be great. But I digress. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, he didn't like GXK much either. Oh, Review Kingdom? I don't know. We never reviewed the other ones. I liked the other ones quite a bit. I don't know. I guess if there was demand for it, yeah, we could review it. I'm thinking about going to see it. Problem is, I don't know. My wife wants to go see it, so that's my only real hang up right now. There'd probably be one today. Because I did, kind of as a follow up video to a couple of the customs I did the other day, and then there'll be a couple more on port reviews. I got them uploaded. I just hadn't put them on Patreon yet, so I can't put them on the YouTubes. Yeah, I can't say it's my favorite one out of the MonsterVerse ones, but I liked it as much as I liked King of the Monsters. The only thing that kind of puts King of the Monsters a bit higher for me is just the music score in King of the Monsters is honestly probably my favorite thing about King of the Monsters. And the music in GXK is fine. But what about it? Like I said, it's always nice when you get like a bit of that old orchestra from the original movies. It kind of just helps to make it feel more like a Godzilla movie. Thank you, Georgina. I try my best, you know. Yeah, I've been itching to watch that movie again. And it's just like the problem is like I only had the one opportunity to go see it in the movies, and now it's just like waiting around for it to hit something so I can buy it. It's a good pirate it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like promoting that. I could just wait. It's not like I got a bunch of other stuff I got to be doing anyways. Like commissions, for instance. There's always a commission to work on. Paid for my ticket legally once. I guess it's one of those too that's just like I don't know, I hate to say it, word it like this, but it's kind of like do unto others as you want done. Because we've had like our videos stolen by like Chinese toy companies that promote the figures on their shops and stuff like that. And it's frustrating. So it's like, I get it. Like I said, personally, I just got way too much freaking things to do, anyways. They just owe me my due diligence. Where's my promoting money? Making sure I can touch it. First thing I still gotta remember when I'm doing these videos is I always can pull it closer to myself. I guess I could just move you guys a little bit. You can see the Princess Peach shirt I'm currently wearing. Me and my pajamas. To be honest, probably not. Like I said, there's the Haya coming out. Like, for the most part, a lot of these things I tend to do based off of what people send me in. And because there's like the Haya 2014 coming out and such, there just isn't a demand for me to do that for people. And I don't get a lot of spare time to work on my own things. At least not anymore. Peaches, peaches. Yeah, it's like Godzilla XCon. I've only seen it once. There's sometimes like multiple viewings that kind of change your opinions on things. But for my initial watch, I had fun. I am not. I haven't, like I said, don't get a lot of too much time, my own spare time, especially with the child. So lately, if I have any spare time, Arnez has been into playing Fallout, so I usually hop on and play with him. Whenever I got a second. Yeah, you think you mixed enough paint, then you start kind of running low. So I kind of want to play that Mario RPG, but haven't gotten around to that one either. Shoot, I still got a like fully beat Armor Core. I haven't even gotten around to. And then there's the Elden Ring DLC coming out that I'm pretty stoked for that too. So I wish that Melina figure would come out faster. I think got announced like how long ago? I'm still waiting. Still waiting. You're tired because you gotta pee? Yeah, it makes me tired too. Xbox mainly. Be honest, never really been in the SpongeBob. Oh yeah, the Mario parties are great. I also really liked growing up the Mario Kart games. Like I still gotta get another copy of Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. Just so I could play with Casey when she's a little bit bigger, because it'll be a little easier to play. And I just adore that one. Honestly, Super. I don't know, Mario 64 was fun. But like I have a soft spot for Mario, like Super Mario Kart from the NES or the SNES. Also played a lot of the one on GameCube. This GameCube was like when I was mainly going to other people's houses, we would play games and such. I've been noticing lately is it's black primer I've been using. It's acrylic base, but for some odd reason, it likes to tack if it came in the contact with itself. And I might have to go back to just primering this stuff before I assemble it. Because it's one of those things like it's so much, it saves me time doing it, like primary when assembled, but I seem to get way more issues of it curing like this than I did previously. Like the biggest problem I had before was just like the paint would rub off and I'd still would have to sit here and do these manual touch ups here and there before while I clear coat it. Like I had to go about doing it either way. Did your brother watch some of our old videos? That sucks though still. I'd be upset too. Yeah, scene. Here gotta kinda add. Oh yeah, for sure. Elden Ring can get frustrating, but that's just like from software games in general. That's how they're designed. Yeah, because it's like here, like primered it, paint ripped off, and then it just like randomly doesn't like didn't like the cure there. I gotta go a little bit heavier. on this knee. Have a good one, Landon. Leave that alone. Heavier on this knee. That alone. All right, next. Metallic blues. I'll probably call it good for this guy for today. Take the same silver. Same blue as before. Kind of mix till I get the right consistency. Honestly, it already kind of looks like I'm about there. Oh yeah, it's never fun to be bored. All right, so for the metallic blue, mainly just gonna be along the neck region here, and then it kind of outlines. Got too much paint on the brush. Doesn't really get any on the forearm. But it does go around the leg. And then along the side of the tail. All right. So that's one nice thing about doing Zilla is he's pretty straightforward. It's the longest video of me Googling for cheats. Ways to cheese the bosses. I would say almost every quick answer for Elden Ring, you need to cheese a boss, is generally Scarlet Rot. almost everything entails the scarlet rot. I'm just putting a little bit of blue in between the spines. I don't want it running all the way up, but I do want like a little bit of it here. And I like that. Camera's in a new spot. No, I'm confused. So he's pretty set. Since I got the silver out, I got a couple of spots I see I got to touch up. I'm going to do that now. And then probably call the stream good here. Oh yeah, Figure Mania is cool. Like I said, the Shinra Jira I probably should look into. There's only a couple people mention them. And yeah, Figure Mania is sweet. Never got to do anything with him, but we're friends on Facebook. Like we've talked on there before. Heck, I sent him one of the Mega Y tanks. He got one of those. I'm trying to figure out there's something in the paint here, and I don't know if it was. Something on my end? I guess I'm just fixing up a couple of the silvers before I call it a day on this one. Looks good. So next we'll be we're just doing all the minor detailing on this guy, and he'll be good. It's already where I'm at on the other dude. I know I showed him the other day, but he's all done. I just gotta clear coat him. Mr. Magular, he's all painted up. Did that off camera. I like his eyes. I like how his ties turned out. A shelf of shame. Family playmates. As it probably should be. I have mine. Like everything's all kind of littered out throughout my collection. So it kind of just depends on what it is. Those are my playmates all hang on boxes anymore. Because they're mainly like Casey plays with those. But anyways, swap it over. But thank you guys for checking out the stream. Probably do another one in a day or two. I don't know about tomorrow because I work late tomorrow. But Saturday for sure if I don't. I might man just read some of the comments real quick. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the stream. So help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, and Facebook. Guys, like keep up the day with channel donate. Greatly would appreciate it. Also, if you guys like to pick up Just think about the stream. Nothing really pertaining to stream. If you guys would like to try to make a Pulgasari, a Korean dude yourself, you can get the parts, most of the parts for Entertainment Earth. It helps support the channel. They also pretty much a good place to pick up NECAs, especially if you're picking up bulk of stuff. They do free shipping over $80. And if you guys like to pick up some high Godzilla collectibles for yourself, link in the description for CalcusToys.com. Save off your order with 6% with code SteveCalcus at checkout, and they do free shipping for majority of countries. Currently, that's what I'm 3D printing over there as a piece to go along with the